All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Zdega podcast, and I am pleased to say that I have a special guest, and that special guest is my lovely, wonderful sister. And we changed venues because she's visited us in Cape Town. So what we decided to do is we're gonna do it in our hotel where we're staying. So what you can hear in the background is the sea. We are staying somewhere in Strand, so we are staying somewhere close to the beach. So if you can hear the beach, just enjoy yourself and hopefully enjoy the conversation. With that said, um, welcome, Sister Carol.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I know. I tried pulling this podcast, and we're recording it very late
Yes.
at night. But I feel like it's a conversation that has to be had before we can actually continue finishing it later at home. But I feel like it's something that we can actually just have the conversation now.
Okay.
With that said, please introduce yourself and what you do.
My name is Caroline Pandeka Divuo. I'm a baker. I own a bakery in Nzhelele. So yeah, that's what I do. We do cakes, we do bread, we do scones. Yeah, it's a big confectionery bakery in Nzhelele.
Awesome. Um, I know you went studying, but I just want you to explain the whole story, how you got to actually baking, and how you started baking and everything, right? So you studied it in vets, right? So how did the baking come through? How did you get inspired to start baking?
Well, as we were little, like grade 12, grade 2, my mom used to teach us how to bake. So I fell in love with that because we were so little. She will put all the ingredients on the floor, telling us what to mix, what to do, and all that, and we would do it. So those things, just we grew up doing it. Grew up baking cakes. She made our first cake when I was in primary. We didn't used to buy cakes. She did the cakes for us. I remember one time we were going to the school trip. I was in primary. She made me a cake, a small cake with I think it was chocolate with peanuts.
Okay.
Not peanuts.
Is it nuts?
Very what do you call those? Those round sheets.
Oh, is it Ferrero Rocher or something?
No, those round different colors that comes in a small box.
Oh, Smarties.
Smarties.
Yes,
Yes, she put Smarties on top of the cake.
Yes.
It was so lovely.
Mm.
Every kid wanted to taste our cake. So yeah, from there she taught us doing cakes, doing scones. When we were growing up, I think in grade 8, 9, we like knowing what to do.
Mm.
She would just say, "Hey, I bought flour and all that. Please do me some scones. Hey, I have this new recipe. Please try it. Waffles. We used to do waffles back in the days
Yes, yes.
before we knew already this thing is
Sure.
famous. It's
Yeah.
when we still, I think in secondary school, I used to go to school with a container with waffles.
Sure.
So people will like, hey, what is this?
Sure.
And I'll say, they called it waffles.
Mm.
Hey, and we did those things. Every time she comes with a flower, she no more tells us, hey, do this and do that. We already knew what to do.
Sure.
So yeah, I think the passion came from that. Then when I was getting older, I went to school. I was studying at Vets. Then we went to, you get married and all that. And sometimes you just put your passion aside for the marriage, I guess. But there I started again baking when I was at my rental home. So that's where I started thinking, but this thing, I can do something about it. So I started baking small scones for the kids around the block. They will come and buy, and I saw that this is moving. Why not do it and go and sell it outside? I tried it. I had a car. I went to sell it somewhere at the industrial situated areas. So I decided, no, man, this thing is working. Let me just move this.
Sure.
So I had a maid. I was fortunate to have a maid. So
Sure.
with my maid, with the house things, we will do it after when we are coming back to sell the scones. I do the baking in the morning. We're going out together.
Sure.
Then after the kids going to work, to school, then now we go to the industrial thing. We go and sell. We come back 1 hour. It was not 2 hours or 3 hours. 1
So
hour
then
was
they were
like,
already selling
yes,
fast. Okay.
yes. So I told my husband, this thing is moving. And he believed in me. He started buying me flowers every time. Every time when he's going for stock, buying stock for his business, we come back with flower, rama, and all those. And I was just saying, but no, it's yours. I don't need your money.
Sure.
You do your thing. And he had a shops somewhere for businesses. And he asked, but I can go with them. And he would say, I told him, okay, I'll make a container for him to go and sell in his businesses. Within 2 days, those scones are finished. And he was like, okay, this thing can work. I started, he would start calling, hey, the scones are finished, we need more.
Okay.
Just bake. I need 2 containers. And the customers,
And how many liters was this?
I think it was 10 liters.
10 liters, okay.
Yes, 10 liters almost every 2 days. And he was like happy that it's working. And we got a first order for the 20-liter bucket.
Okay.
He called, very excited. Hey, there's a customer here. Hey, she wants to know she can get a 20-liter bucket. And I told him, yes, it's possible. I said, okay, fine. How much? And I was not so sure about the
How to
prices.
price it? Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll just Google how much other people are selling them. And I said, I named the price 450. I think it was 350 by then. Yeah, because it's a long time ago.
Sure.
Then it started moving. Hey, you call. Hey, the scones are finished. Hey, someone needs 20 liter. And that's how it started.
I think that's a very interesting story. I actually love that. But I think I'm gonna come to my mom, but I want to ask this question, then I'm gonna come to my mom again, right?
Okay.
When did it hit you that I think I'm doing the right thing here? When did it really hit you that no, I think I'm doing the right thing? I think I should stick to this.
When was it? When I was starting to sell them at the industries.
Yes.
That's where it hit that I think this thing can work. In fact, I was inspired by my young daughter. What my mother installed to me, I was installing to her.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, she at school, she would say, "No, Mom, please bake some muffins, small muffins, and I will serve them to school and all that. I'll tell her to do them, or I'll do them with her, and she will sell them." And I was like, "Man, I know this thing. If she can do it, why not me?" And now, when I was doing for a bunch of muffins, I was doing scones and selling them to the industries. Yes, that's when it hit me that but I'm having this talent that I'm carrying. Why not do something about it? Yeah, that's when it hit me that.
I'm thinking of this question now. Your husband then, he was a businessman. Did it make it easy for you to say, now I'm gonna take it as serious and do this business? And I mean, like you said that you already started collaborating as well.
Yeah.
Did that make it easier for you to have more confidence? Okay, now I'm actually gonna continue and pushing this.
Yes, he supported me throughout the way. Because at first he didn't understand me because I was a stay-at-home wife. So I said, "Hey, this thing of staying at home, hey, it bores me. Let me do something." So I started selling those scones at the local schools. He was like, "No, you can't do that. I do give you money. What is it that you want?" And I said, "No, it's not about money. It's something that I love doing. And it's something, even though it's not much, but it's something that I love doing. I'm busy doing something."
Yes.
And he was like, okay. He didn't understand. But when I continued doing it, he saw that this thing it's working.
Yes.
Then when he asked to take the scones to his place, and they got sold out within 2 days.
Wow.
He was like, "Okay, this is real."
Sure.
So he started coming back with flowers, so many flowers. And I was like, "Hey," and then,
what am I gonna
"No,
do?
this is you. This is your. Instead of giving you money, I'm giving you flowers and 25 box of margarine." And by then, I was not using too much margarine. Imagine 25 kg of margarine coming back home. It's like, and then I've never seen a 25 box of margarine, 25 kg.
Yes.
And I was like, "Hey, and what was it? It's a margarine that the bakers use." Because he used to own a bakery. He was more focused on bread. That's where I learned about bread, the bread side. That's where I knew about the business of bread, how much it makes profit, how you run it and all that. Because he used to share, we used to share ideas. He used to come back and tell me, "Hey, this is what's happening at work," and all that. So before I opened the bakery, I already knew about the bread side.
The business, yes.
Yes, and the business, or everything, how he operates. He will tell me, we will share ideas, we will exchange some thoughts almost every day, because he will come back with maybe he's troubled with some things. Me, as I did accounting, business minded also. it didn't start when I was married, but I had all those thoughts that I don't want to be working for someone. I want to be my own person. I do things my own way and on my own pace.
Yeah.
You understand? That's what I used to. I don't like taking orders. I like giving orders.
Come on. What did they call you at work? Is it Vasa?
That's
Vasa, yes. So for those who don't understand what Vasa is, it's boss. Right? Sure.
I don't like taking orders. I give orders. So if you are giving orders, you should know what you are doing.
Yes.
Because you mess up. And most people who start bakery, they don't know the inside. They will just want to start. They don't know how to bake.
Okay.
If you
Because
start,
there is a process.
there is a process.
Mm.
If you start a bakery but you don't know how to bake, a lot of things do happen in the process of baking, in the process of making bread. I can talk about bread because it's the most difficult industry.
Okay.
It's food. You have to be careful with food. You have to follow the procedures. You have to follow every step in a way it should be. You understand?
Yeah.
So if you don't do that, if you don't know as a manager or as a owner, they will take advantage. They will tell you, hey, there's no what, or they, workers. Hey, but if you know your thing, you know, no, this 50 kg, and you used 50 kg of flour, so which means 120 of loaves must be out.
Sure.
So if I bought 5 bags of flours, I already know how many bread should be there.
Yes.
You understand? But if you don't know, the procedures, these people,
They will take your flour, take your bread.
They will take everything. And
I think I don't wanna, because I want to get the story, and before we get to the story, we can actually, when I get home, when I record another one, and get into the business, how to run the business, right? But I think, like you mentioned, that you got full support from your husband, but not only that, you were also business minded, and it helped you to say that, okay, like the other thing that you said is you don't follow instruction, you were the boss. Right? So I just want to take it back to our mother, right? I think typically everyone will say my mother is the best and all that, right? But I think our mother is the best.
the best.
The best of the best, and I think not only that she has a good heart, but when it comes to cooking, I think we ate, let's just say, the best.
The best food.
Yes, and I think probably she got it from my mother as well, because our grandmother, she used to cook very well. I think you stayed with her for some time, right?
Yes.
And talking about, I'm going to talk about how the training was, but talking about the types of food that we used to eat at home. How did, because let me just put it this way, the food we ate at home was so, let me use the word prestigious, because it was not food which was eaten almost everywhere in our community, right? And I think it also made me also love cooking, right? And I think in that journey, it made us, in a sense, love cooking and I guess I didn't get the cooking, the baking side. But the cooking side, I think I got the cooking side, right? How was the training like? You said you were trained by mom, right? And I think obviously it was you and Prudence, because you guys were very close. Because I mean the distance between me and Prudence, I think it's almost over 10 years.
9.
It's 9.
9, I think.
Yes. I think she said over 10 years. I think so.
Okay. It's 9.
How old is she?
It's 9.
How old is she?
I think 37. I'm 38 now.
Oh, that means it's 9 years, because I'm 29.
It's 9.
So you know
I
it.
know.
Okay, so there's 9 years difference, which is still a lot, right? But you guys were being trained by mom. And how was the training like? How was mom at the time? How are you guys? How's the upbringing like at home?
Well, my mom, she's a soft-spoken person, but she's strict. It's like my grandmother. My grandmother, when it comes to food, if you burn your food, hey, she will hit you with the pot.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know
burning with the food, doing very in Zulu, because she was Zulu.
Yes.
She will tell you if you cook something that is not tasty, she will come and say, "Hinile, hinile, oh, kwenzakalani la?" To make you see that we don't eat nonsense.
Sure.
You have to prepare your food in a very nice way, in a proper way. She will teach you, but next time when you are doing it, you have to do it the way she did it.
Okay.
Hey, she will give you the process of doing everything nicely. And my grandmother, she also speaks nice, but she's very strict. But when it comes to my mom, she's soft spoken, not harsh, but strict. You understand?
Yes.
So when she tells you, hey, you must do this and that, she will speak family. Or this is what I want you to do. You do it like this and that and this. If you don't do it the correct way, she will tell you, hey, I told you this is what I want you to do. Family. She's a firm person.
Sure.
And you want, I think when I was growing, I tend to not get to understand if a person comes to me and tell me nicely what I can follow those. But if a person comes in and, hey, you must do the, hey,
they're harsh, yes.
I switch off. I cannot listen to that person. But if you come to me, because I learned it, that's how we don't raise our voice. We speak calmly.
And get the message across.
Yes, but family.
Sure.
That's what my mom's is.
Sure.
So between my mom and grannies, there's a lot that we learned as me and Prodo were growing up. Because every Saturday we are preparing for the meal for Sunday. You understand?
So that's how you organized you guys were. Okay.
On Saturday, we are peeling, and it's not like there are people coming. It's a every Saturday job. We peel veggies, we peel everything. Everything is prepared. We clean the house at night. Spring cleaning.
Sure.
Hey, we are preparing for Sunday. The Sunday is a prepared thing, like every Sunday.
Nice.
We are doing that. We knew Saturday, there is no TV. Yeah, whatever we are eating during the dinner, it's prepared. We eat, we wash the dishes. Now we are starting the work for Sunday. Because Sunday it's church, so we have to peel. And then she will wake up so early in the morning.
Okay.
To prepare those things that we to cook. You see you hear the music before even you'll be waken up by gospel music. The food is smelling. Breakfast is ready.
Sure.
We did our work for peeling and all that.
Yes.
So it was so easy. We wake up, hey, now we go and she already put the pots where it's supposed to, cooking everything.
Sure.
When you come back to that's why there were a lot of Abazalane at our house and my
Really?
grandmother's house.
Sure.
Yo,
Sure.
the people, hi mama, hi, hi, see Zalab. They want food.
One food. Sure.
So every Sunday, there's 2 or 3 people.
Mm.
Hey, she always prepare food for people.
Yes.
Hey, she didn't mind, hey, we don't have food. No,
Mm.
it will be enough for everyone.
Sure.
Mm.
Sure.
So that's how we learned cooking.
Yes.
And the baking part, I think I learned it from my mom.
Mm.
She
Because I mean,
installed
she had recipe books
yes,
in the house.
yes, she does, and she still is.
And I think moving forward, you actually, when you started your business, I think you actually took a book
Some, yes.
and actually started
Doing-
baking some of the recipes which she actually
Yes.
wrote down. Mm.
Because she was passionate about baking, where everything is need to be written down,
Mm.
her receipts and all that. Actually, she watched a lot of. If you find her at home, she'll be watching cook channels. Food yes. She, Southern food networks or the gospel channels.
Oh, gospel channel, yes.
Yes.
TBN.
But she takes a time. She learns.
Mm.
Yeah, she writes everything. If she finds something interesting, she writes it down. She writes. If there's a new recipe, new ingredients, she writes it down. So when I started my own bakery, I told her, hey, I'm starting.
Mm.
She tell me, no, take the book.
Mm.
You will use it.
Yeah.
And now some of the recipes I've used them.
You still have them.
Yeah, like lemon scones.
Okay.
I just recently did that because I think it was 3 weeks back. I went home.
Mm.
She baked some. I do have the book, but I don't do everything
Oh,
there.
yes.
So when I went home, I think it was 3 weeks back.
Mm.
I found her baking some lemon scones.
She's still baking.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. So I was like, let me test this. And I was so inspired. I don't know, man. I can do this.
Sure.
Hey, I introduced them to my shop.
Mm.
Yo, people are loving it.
Okay.
Like a week before, we were doing the lemon scones throughout the week.
Okay.
Yo. And people were like, hey, when is this new thing coming from?
Mm.
I said, no, from my mom. It's coming from my mom.
Sure.
And they are loving it. Yo. So yeah, my mom inspires me a lot because she likes trying some new things.
Yes.
So it's never get old. She just love trying out.
Yes.
Every time when we go home, I've got my own place. Every time when I go there, you find something new,
Mm.
new recipe, new ways of cooking.
Mm.
Sunday meal,
Mm.
you know, when you go there, you find nice food.
Sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what she inspires me every day.
Sure.
Mm.
So going back now, continue with the story. So you get to start your business. I think I'm just gonna do an intro into starting your business. Then after that, then we gonna close the podcast. It seems like the nature wants to take over. But anyways, starting a business. How was that transition like? And what is it that you can say that you can? I think this would be probably the last question because it's like the weather is not weathering, right? How was the transition like? And is there anything that you can? What is the most valuable lesson that you learned in the beginning, which can maybe help someone understand how to run business? Yes.
I think you should accept that you start small and you grow into the business. Because sometimes when you start big, you don't fully know the concept and everything. You have the knowledge, you have the ability, but when business is running, you need to grow with it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't grow, if you want to start there and you don't know fully well what's happening, it's gonna fall. So I believe that if you start small, that's where you learn bit by bit how to run the business, how do you go, how to manage everything. When you start on the ground, you know everything about the business yourself. So now when you start employing people, they won't tell you, hey, this is what's happening. You tell them, this is how it's gonna be. This is how it's happening in my business. So I believe to start small. I believe to grow in a business and not. Some people can jungle bunch of business in the same time.
Sure.
But now I believe in growing the business that you start and upscaling
Yes.
it the way that you want.
Yes.
It's unlimited.
Sure.
There's Alban. I believe that they started small.
Definitely.
There's KFC. They started at home.
Yes. Yes.
You understand? So they upscale it. My business, I want it to be like our Alban.
Yes.
You understand? But I have to start on the ground and move upwards.
Upscale it.
Yes.
Whew. I think the podcast is becoming hot and I'm loving it already. And I think let's close it here for the sake of the weather. And I think we'll just pick it up later in December.
Yeah.
So, in closing, please advise business people out there who would either want to get into the business area per se, or people want to get into baking, but just advise someone out there who's in business.
Well, as I said, that if you start small and you want to grow your business, it's better to start where you are. You don't have to wait to have bigger ovens, bigger what. Start where you are, and then you will grow. Because you'll be learning, you'll be teaching yourself stuff. You never stop learning. So you check some other businesses, how they are doing it, and you find your own way of doing it. Actually, there are so many people who are doing the business, but some of the things that you see, they're doing not the way that I would do it, you strategize them into the way it suits you.
Yes.
You understand? So where you are, start where you are and grow your business. Yeah, that's my advice. So if you have an oven at home, you start there.
Sell to your neighbors.
Yeah, sell to your neighbors. Your neighbors should know Kero is doing baking. They will come and if they are good neighbors, if you are good neighbors to them, there's no way that they. Even I started when I was starting to do scones.
Sure.
My neighbors were the one who supports me.
Sure.
On weekends, give us 5 liters. 5 liters is something.
It's a lot for a small business.
For a small business.
Yes.
You do them perfectly, and they will come for more.
And you know that we drink tea and in the mornings, so you want to have those calls on the side as well.
Maybe there are some visitors. Those visitors, they will ask, where did they got the scones? They will say, no, my neighbor. I need 20-liter packet.
Yeah.
You understand?
Sure.
That's
Sure.
why everyone should. I think most of the bakers should start.
Yeah.
Don't fight for, hey, bigger, I need bigger ovens. Hey, I need this and that. Start where you have. What do you have to start this business? What passion do you know? If you want to learn how to make a cake, how to make a scones, nice scones, go to someone who can teach you. Yeah, I've opened doors now for classes, because I think I've accumulated some experience, so I'm open for classes to teach, to make them understand that you can start anywhere. You can start where you are and do something with yourself.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow. To be continued.
Yes.
This was a very good conversation. And if I were to check the time. Okay, anyways, guys, let's close it. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try it again next time, and I think we'll try to salvage something from the sound on the cameras. But we'd like to apologize already for any inconvenience that has happened, guys. Please bear with us. But this is just too sweet for us to not post it. But I hope you guys really got something from this conversation. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. See you next time. And we're gonna have my sister again when I get home in December. So when I get into the business, the crux of how to run the business, how to do management of workers. But I think there's a lot that we can actually get to as well.
Yeah.
So with that said, thank you so much. Have a good night, have a good day, and keep well. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I appreciate you taking time and tuning in and be part of our community. We get to share ideas, stories, and perspectives through this podcast. I hope you enjoyed it and found something valuable in it. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your family and friends. I look forward to connecting with you in the next episode. Until then, take care. This is the Podcast signing out. See you next time.